So these are the only 5 supplements that actually work, okay? Now you're gonna see everywhere online, everybody loves to talk about supplements. But they love to talk about supplements not because they actually work and they're so amazing, because they seem easy. Everyone's like, oh, you just take this supplement and I don't have to do any of the real work. Supplements, and this is my preface for the video, give you 5%. If you look at the pyramid, the hierarchy, okay, and I've done a video on this, it's like calories, macros, nutrients, meal timing. Like at the very tip top are supplements and hydration, which are about 5%. So you take all 5 of these supplements, the only ones that actually work, you can add maybe 5% to your performance, the way that you look, your body composition, your physical appearance. 5%, okay? And for someone who's at elite level, supplements do make a big difference because 5%, everybody's 90 amazing. So that 5% can be your edge. But if you're just trying to look better, the hype around supplements is almost like, I don't even know the word, is overstated. Like the supplements are very overhyped, overrated, because what they actually do is craziness. Now, I'm gonna get into all 5, but that is the context for the video. You take all the supplements you could possibly need, you have all the best supplements, you take them every single day, get 5%, okay? So this video, at most, if you take all 5 of these and you take them every single day and it's so amazing, you get 5%. And they're not going to shock you. They're stuff you probably already know, but they're the only ones proven to work. And they're probably a little bit boring. But the boring shit done every day works. And that's why I'm making this video, because I don't want you to think that taking some ashwagandha, blah, blah, blah. Now, preface, supplements that really do work and give you way more than 5%, anabolic steroids, right? Obviously, that is going to be a supplement that adds. I'm talking about natural supplements that are not anabolic steroids, okay? And as a preface, if any supplement is increasing your testosterone directly, it's anabolic steroid. There's no supplements that can directly affect your hormone levels. Now, I'll get into how being deficient in nutrients can affect your hormone levels, but no supplement, assuming you're a healthy individual, is going to directly impact your hormone levels. It's just not a thing. And if it does impact your hormone levels, it's not a natural supplement, and you are not natural. You are now enhanced. You're on PEDs, performance-enhancing drugs. So, preface. First, supplement multivitamin, okay? Now, this is what I was saying a second ago. A multivitamin itself, taking all these extra vitamins, is not in itself going to directly increase your performance. It's going to come from not being deficient. If you're nutrient deficient, that's going to negatively impact your performance. So taking a multivitamin, hitting your bases for the vitamins your body needs to function, go through processes, tagging that base is important, especially if you're not going to get, most people, right, are not going to get all their nutrients every day with their diet. So just taking a multivitamin allows you to actually be a lot more flexible with your diet and eat foods that are not necessarily super nutritious if you just cover your bases with a multivitamin. So a multivitamin covers your bases and allows you to increase performance by not making you deficient in any particular nutrient. Being deficient in a nutrient is a negative for performance. Taking all your vitamins, taking all your supplements, your vitamins in a multivitamin allows you to touch your bases nutrient-wise and not be deficient, which is where you get that performance boost, because being deficient will negatively impact your performance. What brands? Again, these are not going to be expensive supplements. It's like men's 1 a day. Gummy multivitamins. There's a vitamin hack, a supplement hack. Take your supplements in the form of a gummy because you're going to like it. There's a supplement brand that is an orange slice that I really like. You can get them at Kroger. They're orange slices, really good. If you take your multivitamins in the form of a gummy, you're going to remember to take them because they're really good, and you'll probably actually take more than you need. So it actually takes something you usually don't do, take your vitamins, and turns into something you take more than you need, which is gummies. And it makes it very, very good for you. And something I will say about multivitamins is if you take more than one, it's not going to do anything to you. What about nutrients in your food? If you feel like you're actually deficient in any nutrients, number one, your body's probably going to crave that nutrient. You're going to eat it anyway because your body's going to say, I want it. But if you are deficient, you really think that you're deficient, take 2 multivitamins. Like any extra vitamins, you're just going to pee out. So this idea of taking all this extra amount of vitamins, if you just take a multivitamin, hit your daily value that's recommended by the Medical Association, take their advice. They've done lots of studies. These are 5 supplements that are studied out the test of time. They're essential nutrients. Take a multivitamin. Take 1 a day. If you feel like you're not getting enough, either eat a lot more in your food or take 2. You're going to pee out the rest. So that is multivitamin. Which ones do I take? Men's 1 a day. You can take a Nature Made. Just find a multivitamin. If you really want to make sure that you take it, make it a gummy, because then you will take it. All of these, the supplements that I'm going to list, if you can find them in a form that you enjoy taking, that is the only way I would recommend a specific brand. So if you're going to find a specific brand, the brand you use should increase adherence. Anything about fitness, finding the best quality supplements is as important as taking a supplement. And here's the thing. Vitamin B12 is the same whether you take it for $50 or 5 cents. So multivitamin-wise, their AG1 powder, you're paying $70 a month for the same shit. It's just green powder that makes you feel like you're healthy. Not real. So taking multivitamin, and the only way you should pay more is if you're going to get it in a form like a gummy that's going to increase adherence, which is the only thing that matters anyway. Adherence is the only thing that matters. So as long as you take it, find the cheapest option. Do not buy something that's more expensive because you feel like it's premium. Vitamin A is vitamin A, whether it's $70 in AG1 or whether it's 5 cents with a Men's 1 a day. You can get a year's supply for $20. Just being honest. Next, protein. So protein is the building block of muscle. Well, amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. You take protein, your body uses protein to build muscle. You break it down, builds it back up with proteins. So protein is helpful because without protein, you can't build muscle. So you need protein to supplement. You can eat it in your diet, but a lot of times people find supplementing with protein powder, both whey and casein, can be helpful. What types of whey powder, what types of casein powder? There's whey isolate, which is a fine powder, will be more expensive. There's a whey concentrate, which is probably more expensive, or there's just a whey powder, like any generic whey protein powder, which is going to be pretty cheap, pretty expensive. What brand do I take? Again, only pay more if it's going to be something that tastes good. So with gummies, it tastes good, so you want it. With the protein, how do I make sure I take my protein? Either eat it in your diet, something like steak or chicken, something that's good that you want to eat, or take it in a protein powder that is very tasteful. The only supplement protein powder that I've found that's like exceptionally good taste-wise are things like the Ghost. So Ghost brand, Chips Ahoy, the Ghost flavor lines are very, very good taste-wise. And I would recommend to just find a protein powder that you like its taste. I would not try to find the highest quality, because if you find the highest quality protein powder and it tastes like shit and you never take it, it doesn't matter. So find a protein powder you like, find one that tastes amazing, and you will take it. If getting your protein in is something you struggle with, finding a protein bar or a protein powder that tastes very good that you're excited to take is a surefire way to make sure that you get your protein in. Protein-wise, supplement, whey, isolate, whatever. Casein is another option. It's a slow digesting. It's like eating a potato versus eating a tablespoon of sugar. One just absorbs quicker, one just takes longer to absorb. Casein powders are usually taken at nighttime if you want to have that slow release during your slumber. But I recommend just finding any powder that you like that tastes good, taking it. I wouldn't stress out too much about it. Just find one that you like, and that should help you hit your protein goals. Again, it's a supplement, not a sustenance, so I would recommend trying to eat it first in your diet and then supplement if you need it. Multivitamin, I wouldn't recommend just trying to eat all your nutrients in your diet, because that's just going to get stressful. You're going to stress yourself out. So I would recommend just taking the multivitamin. Protein, I would recommend trying to eat it and then supplementing if you can't get it, because it's more of a food supplement. So if you just drink protein powder for your protein for the day, you're probably going to be hungry because it's going to go through pretty quick. And it's going to use itself pretty fast, versus something like steak or chicken. It's going to stay in your system longer, keep you full, and you don't want to sacrifice body composition to hit your protein by just drinking the powder, and then you're hungry and you overeat. So I would recommend trying to eat the protein first and then supplement if you need it. Next, by the way, I don't take any, like literally I just wrote down the supplements on here. So if you think I'm reading off a script, I'm not, I'm just free balling. I try to make my content that way because I feel like I want to know it and be able to sit here and talk off the top of my head, because if I have to use ChatGPT or make some bullshit, then I feel like you can just look that up yourself. And I feel like giving nuance and having the knowledge in my brain is more effective. So if you don't feel like it's more effective, drop me a comment and say your shit sucks. But I try to make my content just off the top of my head, because I feel like it's the most effective way for me as a trainer. If I can have the knowledge in my head, I feel like it makes me more competent and it allows me to be more efficient, because I can just sit and talk versus some people who have to write up a whole ChatGPT script to make a video. Anyway. By the way, Sheets has some of the best coffee. This is Nitro, the Nitro Cold Brew. I have like sugar-free, sugar-free French vanilla. So good. Sheets is a top-tier organization. Love Sheets. Creatine. So creatine is actually the most studied supplement on planet Earth. And the way that it works is, it doesn't work the way you think it does. A lot of people go, it's water weight. What it does is it actually allows your muscles to utilize water further. So the reaction that happens is like you create energy. It's like ATP. Your muscles say, you use ATP, it allows your muscles to work. What creatine does is it uses some of the water that you have in your system and it links up with another creatine phosphate and it allows you to get more out of your muscles. And the reason it works is because something like a 12 rep set, all right, if you have a 50-pound dumbbell and you can usually only get 10 reps, you take a bunch of creatine and it allows you to maybe get 12 reps with that weight, aka it helps you get stronger. And being stronger in a rep range that helps you build muscle helps you build more muscle. So it indirectly helps you build muscle via strength gains. That's why creatine works. It's not a magic supplement. It indirectly helps you build muscle by making you stronger. And assuming you're doing the diet and nutrition right, that's how you build a muscle. So it's not a magic muscle building supplement. It's an indirect helper via strength, via water. It doesn't add water weight. It helps you build strength via water, uptake, muscle, ATP. I'm not a complete expert on the science of it, but that is the way it works, and that is the TLDR. You're welcome to research creatine phosphate. It's not a video on creatine phosphate, but that's the TLDR, and creatine works. That's why it works, because it allows you to be stronger, which helps you build more muscle. So if you take creatine and don't go to the gym, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you have to still go to the gym. It just allows you to get more out of your workouts and become stronger, build more muscle, be more effective, be more efficient with the time you're spending in the gym. That's why it works. So creatine brand, it's going to be one of the cheapest supplements. So what type of creatine should you take? I like Optimum Nutrition creatine pills. So I can just take them in pills. Also, I really like creatine gummies. Creatine gummies are very low calorie, so you almost want to eat way too many because you can eat like a handful for like 12 calories. But creatine gummies are good too. Again, every supplement I'm going to recommend to you, the brand I'm going to recommend more is just going to be the brand that allows you to increase adherence, which basically just means it's going to taste good. So it might come at the expense of a little bit extra calories, but if you take it, as long as you control your calories, you're going to get the benefits. But again, never sacrifice your body composition for supplement adherence, because the idea of the supplements is to increase the way that you look and feel and perform. And if you sacrifice the way that you look just to take it doesn't make sense. So the idea of these are supposed to improve the way that you look. So you don't want to sacrifice the way you look to improve the way it doesn't make sense. So creatine-wise, gummy creatine gummies or creatine capsules or a powder you can mix in. I personally don't like the powder because I feel like it's crunchy. I don't like that. So I would take creatine pills or creatine gummies. Very good. They're expensive though. So anything gummy is going to be more expensive because it's like gummies, it's whatever. So the cheapest you're going to find is like pills, super expensive pills because they last forever. They're super easy to make. Creatine capsules, Optimum Nutrition are what I take. You can find you can buy creatine bulk bags if you like the powder. That's a good option. Don't buy like the Jocko creatine or any of this craziness. You're just paying for the label. You're paying for the label. You're not paying. It's creatine monohydrate, whether it's in a gelatin capsule, whether it's in a gummy, or whether it's in Jocko's Magic Navy SEAL creatine. It's creatine. It doesn't matter what brand. The substance is the same. So you're paying more for the same thing. It's like if I buy a bottle of water versus tap water, it's water. I mean, this coffee is coffee, whether it's Sheetz coffee or Keurig or bean, it's coffee. So I'm just paying more because it's Sheetz and it's cool, and I get to go extra innings. That's what I get to do because of the Pirates. It's great. So don't confuse yourself. So which brand do I take? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And here's the thing. I'm more of an application over theory guy, so take all the different brands. You're not going to be able to notice. If you blind tested, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. So whatever one you like, if you like Jocko's, you can take it. But I just recommend if you're going to worry about the brand, just find the brand that makes you take it more. So maybe it is the Jocko brand because you're like, I'm a Navy SEAL now. Great, because I take expensive creatine. Sure. But find the brand that allows you to take it more, which is usually going to be make it taste better or make it something that you like. Just whatever can make you take it more is what I'd recommend. So taste, gummies, protein that tastes good, whatever it is. Next, caffeine. Obviously, caffeine is going to increase your performance. Now, pre-workouts, there are going to be some things in there that maybe increase vascularity, performance, but the real performance enhancer is the caffeine. Caffeine allows you to be more alert, go harder, have more intensity, get more output, go longer. Even if it doesn't directly increase like strength gains, it's going to make your workouts more effective because you're going to be amped up, ready to go. And caffeine I found is super effective because, why? Because if you take maybe caffeine, you're going to end up like going to the gym. So like a good way to use caffeine is to take the caffeine because if you don't have caffeine, you're tired, sluggish, you might end early. So caffeine has almost that indirect benefit of making you alert and awake and actually excited about your workouts, which is 100% going to increase your performance and effectiveness. So caffeine in the form of a pre-workout, a coffee, 5-hour energy. Caffeine itself, just throughout your day, is a performance enhancer, as a mental enhancer, focus, productivity. But physique, workout performance, caffeine is going to enhance your gym performance, your life performance. It's also a great appetite suppressant, so it's helpful for not eating. So if your goal is to lose fat, caffeine is a great appetite suppressant. Nicotine is also a great appetite suppressant as a sub point. But I'm not going to sit here and recommend that you smoke. I chew nicotine gum. I enjoy it. I'm not going to sit here and recommend nicotine. The delivery vehicle of nicotine, smoking, is horrible for you, and I believe that smoking is way worse than any benefits of nicotine. But if you choose something like nicotine gum, if your goal is fat loss and you drink coffee and chew nicotine gum and it allows you to get that deficit and it allows you to get more work done, I feel like maybe that trade-off is worth it. And nicotine itself has just a little factoid. Nicotine has a shorter fuse than caffeine. You drink caffeine at 1, it's 11. If I drink this caffeine right now, it'll probably last me around 11 p.m., 10 p.m. It's about 12 hours, maybe even sometimes longer. But nicotine is a shorter fuse. So nicotine stays in your system about 4 to 5 hours. And if you take nicotine at 4 or 5 p.m., then it's going to be weared off. So it's like, say I stop drinking coffee at 9 a.m. It's going to be out of my system by 9 p.m. If I chew nicotine gum at 5 p.m., then by 9 p.m. as well, it'll be out of my system. So it gives the same effects as caffeine, but it doesn't stay in your system as long, which is why I'll switch to nicotine gum and switch to decaf coffee at a certain point because, I want to sleep that night. So that caffeine is great. How do you take caffeine? Man, you can take it a million different ways. I personally, even working out, I love a cup of coffee. I really do like coffee. I like coffee way more than pre-workout. So I'll drink coffee over pre-workout a lot of times. I really personally enjoy it. And that's my delivery mechanism. Maybe you I don't know. Sub point, if you're going to have caffeine, don't let it affect your body composition. So don't say, oh, because my Frap Mocha 700 calorie Frappuccino is caffeine, oh, it's so healthy because it increases performance because Riley said. Don't negotiate and rationalize with yourself that going over your calories is good because it's caffeine. So don't let any of these, again, affect your body composition just because it's like, oh, healthy supplement. Lower calories. So don't drink crazy coffee calories. Don't drink a Red Bull. It's got 200 grams of or 200 calories for no reason. Again, sugar-free, low calorie. That's more important than sacrificing your calories for caffeine. So make sure it's a low calorie option. Because it'll also, you combine the low calories with the fact that it is appetite suppressant. Boom. For 0 calories, you eat less. Double appetite suppressant. Last, omega-3 fatty acids. So this is probably the supplement I know the least about, but I just know that omega-3 fatty acids, fat in general, good for heart health, good for hormones, good for body functions throughout the day. And I say this as a supplement because these 5 are the most researched supplements, and omega-3 fatty acids themselves can be delivered in 2 different vehicles as a supplement. So as a supplement, it can be delivered through fish oil is the supplement that I take, and they're more so not necessarily, they're similar to the multivitamins. Being deficient in omega-3 fatty acids can have an effect on hormones and just total output of bodily systems. So it's not about taking a fish oil is going to make you this Super Saiyan amazing athlete or amazing fitness body, whatever. It's just about not being deficient in fat. If you're deficient in fat, you're going to struggle hormonally, you're going to struggle focus-wise, you're going to struggle long-term health-wise if you're very fat deficient, especially omega-3 fatty acids, good quality fats. It's going to affect your long-term health and performance via brain function, total health, hormones. It's going to be almost like being deficient in nutrients, a similar effect. So supplement-wise, just like a multivitamin, I recommend a fish oil as a multivitamin fish oil combo. Some of the cheapest supplements you can find. Don't let them go rancid. That shit sucks. They taste horrible. Multivitamin fish oil combo are the only 2 really pill recommendations. You could add the creatine pills. I'll tell you honestly, my stack is fish oil, multivitamin, creatine pills. That is my stack. I eat all my protein and I drink my caffeine. So I get all of these in. How I get mine in, I'll just be honest. So omega-3 fatty acids, subpoint. You can eat it as well with fish. Fish has omega-3 salmon, fish, regular fish is really good. But I would recommend just taking the fish oil because unless you're going to eat fish every day, I would just say take a fish oil, you cover your bases. If you take the pills, fish oil, multivitamin, boom. Little pro tip subpoint, if you're really tedious on your calories, you want to track fish oil because if you take 3 or 4 or 5 pills a day or however you take it, it maybe have 50 calories. Another pro tip, if you're taking all gummy vitamins and fish oil, it's probably like 100 calories a day. So if you're someone that's like trying to be in a 250 deficit or a 500 deficit, if you have gummy multivitamins, gummy creatine, and fish oil, it's probably going to add up to about 100, maybe 150 calories per day, which actually could put your 250 deficit into a 100 deficit. So you want to be cognizant and make sure that you're tracking them with your nutrition tracker, whatever it is that you're using, because you don't want, again, the supplements to affect your fitness goals, the big drivers, which are the calories, the macros, the food drivers. Again, these are 5%. Don't let the 5% affect the 95%. So be cognizant of that. Again, omega-3s, fish. So I'll end the video going through which ones I take and my personal recommendations. Multivitamin, what I personally take, nature-made multivitamins or men's 55 plus one a day. So that's all your multivitamins, all your nutrients. Great. Secondly, protein. What do I take? I usually just go to Sam's Club or Kroger and get whatever protein powder they have. But if I had to name a protein powder I absolutely love, it would be Ghost powders. The Chips Ahoy, the Oreo, the peanut butter, the Nutter Butter. Freaking incredible. That's the ones I would personally recommend. The Chris Bumstead one is really good. It's at Sam's Club. That's why I know. But I just take Kroger brand or whatever. It's protein powder. I really don't care. Maybe Fairlife pre-made. I really like pre-made shakes. Those are good. The Fairlifes are good. They're kind of expensive. But in terms of supplement powders, anything at the grocery store is going to be good. It's just got protein in it. But as like this one I recommend, Ghost flavors are absolutely incredible. They're going to be so good that they're so incredible. As a mix-in to any type of recipes that you use protein powder for, Ghost powders are going to be your go-tos because they're so freaking incredible. They are a little bit higher in calories though, but I think the extra 30, 40 calories they add, so worth it. Oh, they're so good. Next, creatine. What do I take? I take Optimum Nutrition creatine capsules. Also, I take an Amazon creatine gummy sometimes that I have they're really good. They're like a blue raspberry. Really, really good. There's a sour one they make. Super good. Next, caffeine. Coffee is what I take for caffeine. I just drink coffee throughout the day. That's what I take for caffeine. 5, omega-3 fatty acids. Nature-made fish oils is what I take for my fatty acids. So what does my supplement stack look like every day? I have 1 multivitamin pill. I have like 5 or 6 creatine pills, and I have 2 fish oils. I don't take them throughout the day. I just take them at once in the morning when I wake up. And I drink my coffee throughout the day, and I eat all of my protein. If I do make recipes or ice cream, Ninja Creamy ice creams or whatever it is, I have protein powders usually at my house that I'll use. And if I really want a specific flavor or I'm really been taking protein powders recently, I'll use the Ghost. Chips Ahoy is my favorite one. I haven't had really much other ones. The Chips Ahoy is the one that is my favorite. And that is pretty much of these, again, how I get my supplements. And these are the only 5 that really make a difference, study-wise, that are like, everyone agrees these 5 are serious drivers, and these are the ones that are like proven to work. The other ones might work, but there's really no concrete, this shit works overall, other than these 5. And that's just my personal take on it. Well, science would agree with me as well, but these 5 are going to be your go-tos. If you can just stick to these 5, you can guarantee you're going to get a nice 5% boost. And again, it's not going to be that hard. It's going to be like take some pills and then eat some protein. If you really struggle to get your protein in, take a scoop or 2 of protein powder. You can mix it in with something throughout the day. And if you want to pick me up, you want to have a nice, get a great workout is caffeine. And you really want to squeeze out some productivity, some effectiveness, you can have some nicotine. It's not really going to kill you. That is, my personal, that's the 5. That's the 5 that'll work. You get those 5, you're going to get a nice 5% boost. And that is video on, what supplements I recommend. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you are a busy guy, a career-driven guy, you're struggling at work with your schedule, you'd like to lose 20 to 50 pounds, you want to get healthy, you want to get fit, you'd like somebody to help you out, work with you one-to-one as your coach, I help career-driven men lose 20 to 50 pounds, and I allow you to do it in just 60 minutes a week, and I allow you to do it while drinking beer, having dessert, enjoying the food you love. My goal is to help you build healthy habits to show up for yourself, your family, your businesses, and your careers, to be the best version of yourself mentally and physically. And I do this to help you show up by helping you become the best physical version of yourself so you can be here longer and make the time that you are here more effective by enjoying the way that you look, feel, and perform. And I do this through one-to-one fitness coaching. And I'm pretty selective. I've been pretty successful with coaching. And if you'd like to work with me, you'd like an interview to see if what we do is a fit for you, and you'd like to chat with me about potentially working together as a fitness client and a fitness coach, you can book a call with me in the link below, and we'll chat it up to see if what I do is a fit for you. Or you can follow me on Instagram, and I can promise you that I'll message you when you follow me and say, hey, how's it going? How's your fitness journey going? That's what I do. I do all this to promote my coaching business and try to help people through fitness coaching. And I make these videos to try to help you for free, and hopefully I can earn your trust as a respected professional in the industry and potentially work with you to help you improve your life through physical fitness and give you the same benefits that I've gotten through being in amazing shape and being healthy and fit for those around me and for myself. And if you'd like to work together, you can book a call, we'll chat. If you're scared still, you can follow me on Instagram and we can chat it up, and maybe you can get some more free content on my Instagram. But that is it, and that is the video on supplements, and I hope to talk to you soon. I hope I can, help you in any way possible, and have an amazing day, and I'm rooting for you. Let's go.